Hey guys, welcome back to another one. This is Crypto Elite. In today's video, we are going to go over our main portfolio, and then I have a bit of news for you. The first one has to do with Bitcoin and Ethereum. They are setting some records and we'll talk about their transactions. Then we'll jump over to Solana and we'll check it out. They recently had a big spike in price, and a chain that a lot of people are saying is dead. For them to spike 13% is very interesting, so we'll dig into that. Lastly, we'll talk about a hack that happened recently and then the broader crypto hacks about last year. So let's dig into this portfolio. I know I have talked about it. As you can see, the portfolio value just crossed 10,000 again, and it's comprised of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano right now. Normally, one thing I have just showed you is the 24-hour view. One thing I haven't really done is expand it out so you can see the rest of it. So here is the 7-day, 30-day, and 90-day. As you know, for the past 3 months, or if you're unfamiliar, the crypto market has been trending very horizontal, just sideways, not very up, not very down, hasn't been losing value or gaining value. It's just been trading sideways between 15 and 17,000, somewhere over there. But you can see this portfolio, because I've been averaging in every single day, it is trending ever so slightly up. And that is just dollar cost averaging every single day. But if we zoom out even more to the all-time high, and this is just including these three cryptos, not the theta that I previously had in here or anything else. This is just Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano. At a peak, I was at 21,000 bucks. And hopefully with this dollar cost averaging throughout this bear market, we can get back to that price value, if not higher. So that is one thing that I did want to show. I haven't really showed in the past. And the other thing is the profit and loss. As you can see, I'm down about 40% right now. And then the average buy price, because I have been dollar cost averaging throughout this lower price of Bitcoin, I've moved my average buy price from $30,000, above $30,000 actually, to now it's about $27,499, which is pretty awesome. And I'm going to continue my DCA, and with the price value of BTC at around 16,700, I can only hope that this will continue to go down. And my target is hopefully 25,000, if not less than that, before the next crypto bull market takes off. That would be fantastic. And Ethereum is very similar. Right now, my average buy price was above 3,000. Now it's at 2,499. And with the price of Ethereum at about 1,200 bucks, if I continue to average in, that is going to continue to decrease as well. My goal first is to get at least one Bitcoin, and then I'll move on to repurchasing some Ethereum. So we will continue to purchase BTC first, and then we'll move on with those other asset purchases. So with that being said, let's move on to the news of the day. And the first thing I want to talk about is Bitcoin and Ethereum. Let's check out their transaction. I found this really recently, and I found it very interesting actually. As you can see, Bitcoin has a very cyclical trend of purchases and transactions. That is, it's about 250,000 transactions throughout the entire year, and it's very cyclical. It stays within that range. Ethereum, on the other hand, it ebbs and flows. There's a lot of ups, there's a lot of downs, depending on if there's a spike for some DeFi activity, or there might be a spike for some sort of NFT activity. And then if it's not being used, then you can see these drawdowns over here. But the overall transactions on Ethereum is much higher than that of Bitcoin. But Bitcoin is used for one purpose and one purpose only. Ethereum has many, many use cases. So that's one thing I want to talk about. The other thing I want to talk about is this chart over here. This is the quarterly view of BTC and Bitcoin, and we just set a record. Don't know if it's a good one or bad one, but it's the first time in Bitcoin's history that there has been 4 consecutive red bars in a row. So 4 consecutive quarters of losses. And as you see here, there's been 3 consecutive quarters in the past in previous bear cycles, but this is the first time that we have seen 4 consecutive bear candles as well. And this is also the first time that Bitcoin has technically been in a recession. So did want to share that with you. The next thing I want to talk about is Solana. This chain, like I said, it just recently jumped, as we can see over here, about 13%, which is pretty awesome, especially because it's been down a lot. It's down like 90% from the high, and a lot of people have just said Solana is done. This chain is done. And if the chain is done, there's no way that it's going to jump 13-14% in a day. Even Vitalik came on Twitter and he said there's a lot of good people still in Sol, a lot of good developers, and he hopes for the best for the chain. And as you can see here with this price action, someone is also very interested as well. If we go to DeFi Llama over here and zoom out, we can see once again there's been a drastic decrease in total value locked in Solana, but there's no big action, big jump quite like we see in the price. So I think someone just bought a lot of Sol, not a lot of depositing into the actual chain itself. So that's the second thing I want to talk about. The last thing I want to talk about is one huge hack that did happen recently. But before we get there, there is some good news that there is less crypto stolen in December than any other month in the year of 2022. $62 million, still a huge number, but that is the lowest number of all of 2022. I think a lot of people are using their ledgers, link in the description below, and Trezors in order to move their crypto off of exchanges and to keep it the most safe as possible. But the one bad thing on the downside, there is a Bitcoin core developer who has claimed to loss all of his Bitcoin, which is pretty sad to see. And I imagine if he's a core developer of BTC of Bitcoin, he's a OG. I don't think it was something that he just left his seed phrase out for someone to copy and paste if he just left it in an email address or something like that. So I'm actually very curious to see what's going to happen about this article over here. I'll keep everyone posted. But like I said, a core developer was hacked, and I imagine that this individual would have some sort of hardware wallet like this. And if so, it is very interesting to see that there was a hack. But if you're unfamiliar, definitely pick up one of these. This is the safest way to store your crypto. Do not leave it on an exchange, and also write your seed phrase down on a piece of paper and then hide this somewhere safe as well. So the last thing I want to leave you with is just how turbulent the overall crypto market has been. I'm actually taking this time to purchase cryptos every single day, and I'm specifically looking for cryptos that are going to 10x in the next bull run cycle. If you want to follow along with that journey, you can follow me on my Patreon. If not, a like and subscribe to the YouTube channel would mean a lot, and I will see you guys on the next one.